again, it's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear that, you're special. If you can't, you're special. Welcome back to another Opinionation. The crew's here. You got Primo right there. You got Kenny Mickens in the building, and you have Hassan McCullough, TTT. That's not true. Back again for another grand conversation about, this, that, and the third. This week, I wanted to talk about economical things. Has anyone heard of BRICS?
Yep.
Like she's a brick.
How?
She's a
Mate.
Letting it all hang out.
Well, that's what BRICS is doing right about now.
Letting it all hang out.
Listen, when your currency is 55 to 1 to the dollar, you letting it all hang out. Let's talk a little BRICS real quick. Let's see if we can pull up some brick stuff.
Ain't that a brick?
Ain't that a brick?
Brick City.
And then the lady got hit with a brick the other day. Y'all see that?
Oh,
Houston.
yeah.
That was crazy.
I heard her talking.
Nobody deserve this.
Okay, so can you guys see the screen right here or no?
Yeah, it's small. Let's see it.
You can see it? All right, let me do that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's do
See
that.
it.
Let's do that again.
But
You know,
the
one day
writing
I
is
will
very
master what I'm trying to do here. It should be fairly simple, you would think.
well, I hate technology.
You know what I mean? Like, it really shouldn't be that deep. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, can we see that?
Yeah, we see it same
Okay.
as before.
So let's see what Wikipedia says BRICS is. BRICS is a grouping of the world economies of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Can we let that sink in for just a quick second? BRICS, the acronym, stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. Formed by 2010 edition of South Africa to the predecessor BRIC, the original acronym BRIC, right? So
you
BRICS
said
nations
Brazil.
are considered a geopolitical rival to the G7 bloc of leading advanced economies, right? And then it says in August of 2023, at the 15th BRICS summit, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates had been invited to join the bloc. Full membership will take effect January 1, 2024. Just wanted to share that. Now,
So should I move to Dubai now or what?
I mean, I think those that are wise are already on the phone, are already on the internets. Those that understand that, let me just this part. So Supreme, those countries that I just named, when this goes into effect, January 1, 2024, their money will be 55 to 1 to the dollar. Meaning, if you're in Brazil after January 1, and the little ladies in the red light district used to cost $2, now they will cost considerably more. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
What's 2 times 55? That's 110, right?
110, yeah.
So where it was 55, well, it used to
You
be
said
$2, but
Two-
your
$2.
dollar is not worth anything. You got to pay them $55 for one of their dollars.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. That's
So that
what's
means-
about to happen.
That means, moving to Brazil, and you can always come back here and you be rich coming back here.
Well, you got Brazil, you got Russia, you can move to India, Bangladesh. Anybody want to move to Bangladesh? You can move to Bangladesh, you can move to China, or you can move to South Africa. But as you saw, there are other
Which-
African nations that are a part of it now too. Egypt, Ethiopia,
Dubai,
Dubai.
the Emirates. You said, yeah.
So ain't no, like U.S. cats been kind of going over to the Emirates a little bit. You're not going over there next year if your money ain't just ridiculous.
Right.
Wow.
Think about it. You're not going to Brazil.
Wait.
Brazil is a playground of humanity, and it will be off limits to the U.S. Well, at least most U.S. citizens next year, because it will take 55 of our dollars to make one of their dollars. Get that? Did you get that?
Wow.
Kenny, Mr. Mickens?
That means you won't be rich. Wow.
What'd you say, Hassan?
That means your Brazil trip that used to be the shit is gonna be called the shonk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Brazil has just turned into what you thought Paris was.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? These dudes that go to Brazil all the time gonna be pissed.
Passport Bro is about to be feeling that. Unless, of course, you do a diversion with your funds and start, I don't know, getting some BRICS, getting some currency that I don't know. Kenny, what are you thinking, man?
I'm thinking some people about to get attacked.
Oh,
All of a sudden, Brazil. A couple terrorists from Brazil.
Wait a minute.
Hey, listen. You think these cats in the United States gonna take stuff laying down?
Now, I have a question here. I was going to try to get to it, but you done cut to the chase. My question was:
It is the fall of Rome.
Is BRICS the beginning of World War III? The reason I asked that is kind of what Kenny is alluding to. If the U.S. isn't the world economy anymore, if the dollar isn't the dominant currency, that's usually a declaration of war, because that usually says one empire is falling and another one is rising. And that's where beef begins. Am I wrong?
Well,
we are living
haven't been
in
dominant dollar in a while.
Would you say, Kenny?
Huh?
The U.S. hasn't been the dominant dollar in a while.
But they are the dominant dollar.
It's been the standard around the world, though. It has been the standard.
It is the dominant dollar, regardless of it not being higher in currency. But it is a dominant dollar because everybody uses our dollars for the petrol.
At least up until next January 2024.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the statistics are that the BRIC will have the market share, meaning the dollar will not be the dominant currency. The BRIC will. And when you think about it, Kenny, like, we talk about Africa, China, Russia, and Brazil. Do you know how many people that is? You know how much technology that is? You know how much resources from Africa? Like, think about that. The U.S. gets its products and resources from Africa, like everybody else.
And China.
And China.
And Arabs, the oil.
But
and the oil.
This is the prophecy. I mean, people, this is the prophecy that's living the fall of Rome. That prophecy in the Bible, this is what's going on, the fall of Rome, which is the fall of America. Since the people that in the group is Christian, they shouldn't understand the fall of Babylon or fall of Rome. And so this is what's going on right now. Is the fall of Rome, which is America is Rome.
America is
Rome. The fall is happening now. Yes.
Is it Rome or is it Morocco? You see how that, some people say it's Morocco, but
it is Morocco based on it's Morocco. That's what it's called.
That's what I'm saying. Well, okay.
Whatever.
Okay, so what Supreme, what is the dollar backed by?
Nothing. It's really paper that just keep getting made. When they run out, they make more paper. It's the Federal Reserve.
I mean, you're right. It used to be backed by gold.
Right.
But they took it off the gold standard, I believe, either somewhere between 71 and 73.
Yeah, it's just paper.
But you do know also that while, yes, the dollar is just paper and it's not backed by gold anymore, it's backed by the citizens of the company. I mean, country. Well, I mean, company. I mean, country.
Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, company.
Okay.
You see, if you look at your birth certificate, we are the products of the company called the United States of America. I know that sounds outrageous to some. All you got to do is do your research. The U.S. is a company.
Yeah,
Like,
corporation.
It's corporation. And guess who are the products?
The people.
Bong, bong. And we get traded daily on the stock exchange. Facts. What you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know something, you don't know it until you know it, right?
Do they trade us all individually? Like Hassan is getting traded on the block, or they just say all the
we have numbers.
People,
we have numbers, and I'm sure we're clustered up. We got numbers and statistics, and we clustered up, and definitely our melanin gets sold. I mean, if you want to individualize our culture, the melanin, Supreme. I'm not making this up. The melanin is sold on the stock exchange 5 days a week. Melanin, homie.
Sad day.
So,
but God.
Go ahead. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said, but God.
Like the boy Craig Pack says, God, God, God. Listen, when you talk about, could this be the beginning of something heinous, something horrendous called World War III? You could argue that might have already started. If Africa, China, Brazil, India are getting together, dude.
I think it's gonna be like I think they're gonna turn on each other. They ain't gonna get along. They got one common enemy, which is America.
Now, wait a minute, right there. You just showing me unity. But did you just say we have a common enemy? Premium?
They have a common.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah. Well, they have that means they have an assignment. You see, that's an assignment.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
There it is. That's a thing. That is a thing. Yeah, at least until that enemy is extinguished, and then y'all can work out the next thing.
Yeah, but
a common enemy, man, please. And Russia, China, Africa is looking at the U.S. like sideways. And Brazil is looking up at the U.S. sideways, like, oh, you don't even like Latin people coming up in there. What's good?
Only thing I say about that is, like, look at Russia with Ukraine. Little Ukraine is really holding Russia off.
Well, but that's a proxy war. That is the U.S. is funding and giving Ukraine weapons. That's a proxy war, is what they call that. Meaning we're already in World War III. Is my point. I'm not gleeful about this, but the point is, what's happening is we're already in that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that little country is really standing, but
because of the props it's getting from the EU and the US.
But just imagine, even if all these countries, only way you're going to destroy America and the people within it, if you really want to destroy all the people, or you just want to destroy the 1%, I don't know who you're looking for, because it ain't me. But at the same time, you would have to bomb this whole nation. Like bomb and blow. That's a whole, as they say in the streets, that's a whole lot of ass to eat.
I don't know that you would conventionally, do something to America like back in the day. The nuclear weapons are, once that happens, it's a wrap for everybody. But you know what you can do? You can make people go crazy from the inside out. Oh, don't do that. Oh my look. And everybody got a gun. Oh, wait a minute. Make everybody go crazy from the inside out, and everybody got a gun. So they killing themselves.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we over here buying up property, and we got BRICS. They can't buy nothing. They're starving. Check this out. This is a different type of warfare, Kenny. If they're going to starve you out because you can't get products or you can't get resources because it's 55-1, is that not a certain type of warfare?
It's definitely a try at it, but it's not like the United States don't have resources. Two things I'm saying. They don't. It's not like they don't have resources.
What do we make here?
They like to buy other people's stuff.
Yeah, they
keep their
like
stuff in reserve.
But what do we make here, though? What are we making here currently?
Well, we still have oil reserves. We still, I mean, we still grow
make clothes.
We're not without resources.
We can make everything we trade. We can actually make.
And then I would say, Dom, it ain't
definitely
easy
oil.
to knock off the bully. Sometimes the bully just say, "Hey, listen, Debo ain't going down without a fight."
Right. Now, you know there's different kinds of bullies.
Not everybody got that brick.
You know there's different kinds of bullies because there is that bully out there, though. If you hit that nigga right in his nose,
he's gonna fall.
He chilling. It's a wrap. And he know he ain't gonna mess with you no more. He like, yo, this one hit back. Because most of them, like a dude like Shaq, Shaq ain't never fought a lot of people. He ain't have to. What you mean? He's a giant. Ain't nobody messing with him.
But think about it like this, Dom. United States still kind of hold that they got that big joker sitting in the background, waiting to always pull it.
I know you're not talking about nuclear weapons, are you?
I know you're not talking about it.
They still got
what do you think
joker.
Russia had? You know what? I heard a statistic the other day. Look at research for yourself. But I heard that Russia actually has more nuclear warheads than America. So we always known that that's a zero-sum, situation.
Russia's bigger than America, right?
Yeah. America fits inside of Russia, I think, twice.
Right. Yeah. I don't
know. So
I'm
just saying
they would never do that because the Galactic Federation has cut out the nuclear weapons. The aliens has infiltrated everybody when it comes to nuclear weapons, because if they do that, that makes a shift in different galaxies. So that makes a shift in other galaxies.
That's fine, man. You are so Men in Black. You are so Men in Black. Where are you getting this information? Talk to us.
The Galactic Federation. The Anunnaki has came and infiltrated all those fucking keys and stuff. So nuclear weapons ain't happening at all. That's a fucking hoax right there.
Why? Okay, let's stay there for a second. Why would any weapons be happening if you have such a federation looking over us?
Well, see, they let the humans do what the humans do.
Well, but the nuclear weapons are letting the humans do what they want to do.
Because we are prone to
because when it happened the first time and stuff, when it happened, they let it happen, and then they seen what happened by them letting them do it, because they know everything that's going on. The humans aren't allowed just to get this.
Now, I got a good question for you. This is the sincere question. When it happened the first time, if we're assuming that this is an advanced race of beings, these aliens that are looking over, they would already know what the outcome would be the first time, right? It's kind of like a God syndrome. Like they already know the technology. So why would they even let it happen the first time? I'm curious about that, because it makes me wonder if they are not a part of the problem.
Well, how do you know that they have that thing? So how do you know that they knew the impact?
No, what I'm saying is if they're advanced, right? They're advanced. They're advanced. It's kind of like, what happens when a firecracker goes off. You've seen it happen. You're advanced. You know what happens with a firecracker. It's like a firecracker to them. And the point is, why would they let it happen in the first place? This
is true.
And I just question if they are not a part of the bad agenda, the bad vibration. Like, I really just question that. Whatever we can't see that's in control, like, is it for us or against us? What is that?
That's a true statement.
Is the Federation down, or is the Federation slave drivers?
It looks like they slave drivers, because we are a slave colony.
Hey, Kenny is too quiet, man.
I'm listening to y'all.
Kenny, man.
Because we were talking about BRICS.
Yeah, we about to go back.
And the reality, or what we're looking at, is like you said, those countries can get together, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to work out. And I don't believe the United States is just going to go down without a fight.
Well, that's the whole point, man. What does that fight look like? I mean, I don't think it's like warfare like World War II. Again, they're already doing something economically, bro. That in the 90s, I traveled to Europe constantly. And the one thing that stuck out to me all the time was the gas prices, homie. I would be like, what? It would be like 15 pounds a gallon for gas.
Without a doubt.
And I would be like, how do you own? And only the very rich had cars at that time when I was going back and forth a whole lot in the late 90s. The gas was outrageous. People didn't have cars. And
oh my gosh. I just really thought about something.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, what you thinking?
Oh shit. So this whole system, he talking about how America's not gonna go down without a fight. It won't prove the prophecy because they trying to prove the prophecy of the Bible existing based on this prophecy. So this is the prophecy. So they are going to go down because the prophecy says you have to go down. But as I was thinking about these countries, like this war we were talking about, like America can't compete with them. You got Russia right now fighting Ukraine, but then you got China, which is friends with them. Okay. And so these are all countries.
And you got Africa, who's friends with them, where all the resources come from. They make all their weapons from African resources.
And you got Brazil, right? You got all those nations that did not go
and
into
you got
Africa
India.
And fight.
Do you know how many people are in India? And India has nuclear weapons too.
Listen, that's not my point. What's happening is all those countries that didn't go down and fight Africa, conquer Africa, all those countries fought Africa at one time. France, Belgium, England, Germany.
And enslaved Africa.
These are all right. So Africa now, all these countries right now, India, everybody that's in the BRICS is about to flip the switch and do the same thing to them. That's what's going on right now. You can see clearly
now the rain.
Oh my gosh. The power is shifting. So the power is shifting.
All the obstacles in your way.
Well, here's my question to y'all. Where do we fall in that?
Yup.
Because all them countries
What you mean? What you mean we? Are you French? Are you French or something?
Hold on.
Wait, we. Are you we? Are you a French man?
None of those countries have ever shown great respect for the melanated.
And this country has never shown great respect for the melanated either. What are we talking about? What are we doing right now? What are we doing? Don't do that.
So essentially, you got to pick a stand. You got to pick a side.
First of all,
do I go with the
enemy
I know, or the enemy that you know?
Great question, Kenny. Do I go with the brick I know, or the brick that been hitting me up inside my head the whole time, or the new brick?
Hey, that's what I'm asking.
Do you vote for the lesser of two evils? Is that what you're trying
to say? Well, let me just say this: the new brick, the brick I know, been bashing me up my head about 500 years. The new brick, number one, it come from countries that got some really beautiful women. Africa, Brazil, what?
Yes.
India. What? What are we talking about? Wait a minute. What?
Can't bow down just because they got beautiful women.
You said bow down. Are you see bowing down?
To my town, bowing down. You bowing down to something that you don't even control.
Selective bowing.
About?
Hold on. You gonna kiss the ring if they come in? If they come in or take over, you don't think you kissing the ring?
Oh my God, I'm an old man, Kenny. I'm old. What you mean, Kenny? I'm old. I'm gone already, bro. I done died and came back to life on some Jesus type shit. What you mean? Like, what you mean?
Didn't you just say
y'all still got still got nieces and nephews and cousins and
I don't got none of that. No, I don't. I don't have no brothers or sisters, and I don't have no nieces and nephews.
You got cousins and family.
Prima tell you, I ain't lying. I ain't got none of that. It's been a selfish life. It's been an only child life.
The hat get thrown in the air. You got the response.
He said when the hat gets thrown in the air. Well, Kenny, we were talking about it a little bit the other week. I don't listen. okay, well, first of all, who am I fighting? Am I fighting people that look like me against people that have been hit me with a brick? Is that what I'm about to do? I'm about to fight with the people that have been hitting me with a brick against people that look like me and got the better brick?
Talk about South Africa. They've always been in turmoil because they up until a couple years ago still or still continue to try to put the brothers down. So
that's real. That's real. But you know, you also have Ethiopia and Egypt in there too. Don't forget them. They're in that mix now too. But yes, I agree with you. They've had huge problems and still do to this moment. But if they're pointing in the right direction, Ken, I mean, why wouldn't I be interested in, listen, I'm not from those places. I was born here. But you know what? What is here? I watch videos of cops bashing people. They bashing everybody now. It ain't even just black people. They're like, we were like the test dummies for the first 100 years. They bashing everybody now. And everybody know what I'm talking about.
Well, when you let a rabid dog just keep running around, sooner or later,
he's going to bite you.
Start biting,
And they have a charter, bro. Like, when I say a charter, this country has a charter against melanation. It's been their charter. And you can see that they have not changed their charter, even though we are, one of the greatest generations, technologically speaking, et cetera. We still dealing with a hate for our natural gold. But like gold walking around and people hating.
Train get into a rumble and they didn't want to let our people go. They like, nah, y'all got to stay here and work. So I don't see any common friends in this. I don't see any friends in this.
No, I understand what you're saying because, you say you go from the colonialism of the West, quote unquote, to, the neo-colonialism of China and Russia and, but again, if the deals are worked out correctly and hopefully history, Africa will look at history, recent history, Brazil will understand history, India will remember its history with Britain, and they will have better articles for the companies at, once they get to the table. Seriously, because they know what have you gone through in the past 500 years? These new alliances with Russia and China, they need to be X, Y, and Z. I mean, I would think that South Africa knows that. I would think that Niger knows that. I would hope.
But can you trust them, Doc?
But who can I, and I guess who can I trust here? Who can I trust? I can trust the racism of this place. I can trust it. I can trust that Hollywood, when it tries to come back, will still try to have folk be slaves in new slave movies to keep the spell going. Can I say it again clearly? To continue the spell. You've had everything from doctors, lawyers, great athletes, scientists, all of these things within the last 100 years. This charter still wants to show you and embed into your brain slave films.
That's why I don't watch them.
I hear that. And we shouldn't. But the idea that that's still a thing.
Because they keep greenlighting them joints.
And that's on purpose. That's on purpose.
I want to support the actors that do it, but it's like, nah, I can't.
Nah, that ain't it. I promise you, that ain't it. Because they're supporting, they are the proverbial house nigga. How you not? You just a Hollywood ass house nigga playing the role to continue the paradigm. This is why people must stop calling themselves black and white. You go ahead, keep calling yourself that. Racism will continue. You must change your language to change a paradigm. What is the paradigm anyway? The trees don't change. The sky don't change. We talk about errors. What changes? Clothes and language. So change clothes, like Jay-Z said, and goddamn it, change your language. I'm not black. You ain't white. I ain't never met a white man. Huh? Controversial. What do you mean? Well, tell me where white is from. Stop it. Now, intellectually, where you at? Spiritually, where you at? Let's do that, bars. But the brick is a clear warning sign to the West. You could not, 55-1 is not something, a child understands 55-1. If you tell a child, if you give me 1 penny, I'll give you 55 gumdrops. What? I'll have it. 55 gumdrops. But if you reverse that, I got to give you 55 pennies for one gumdrop. You see that? You see that, Primo?
Yep.
Listen, I don't know, China, bro. China's a part of BRIC. I mean, a lot of Amazon stuff is China stuff, right? You do know that. I don't know if you get Amazon stuff. And Amazon stuff is great. From drugs, I just got a carpet the other day. It's from China. That would cost me $55 more, not even $55 more. See, that's the thing. It's not $55 more. It's for $1. It's $55. You got to understand what I'm saying. So that same rug coming from China next year, Supreme, could potentially be, it cost me what, like $109? So what's 55 times 109? That's what 55. You got to understand.
You better get your carpet from somewhere else. Learn to make one.
There it
is. What's the carpet place? There's like a little carpet place in Philly. Had a little commercial with a cartoon. Anyway, listen, man, that's crazy numbers, Kenny. You're a businessman.
Without a doubt, it is. But the United States is not without allies. There are other countries, Dom. These aren't the only countries in the world.
France is one of its allies, right? France, right? Look at France right now. Have you seen France lately?
I'm not talking France.
What? No, I'm just saying. Well, France is big time in this conversation because France used to be the colonizer of Niger, who has recently got on the BRIC.
Colonizer of quite a few places. Haiti's still feeling the effects of their colonization.
Yes, sir. So this is a real, and listen, it's very on the table. All of that history.
These cats got a nerve to be charging interest on Haiti for breaking away.
Yeah, man. I know that story.
They want reparations.
Bro, listen, you can't have a thing called the internet around but for so long before even the lowest of intelligence starts to rise because you start to just notice things. Like everyone is on like a super brain right now. Like from people that live in huts that have cell phones to homeless people in LA to people in Beverly Hills. We all have a connection to this hive mind called the internet. And so we all can have somewhat of a universal conversation, and the consciousness, even at a low hum, is raising like, yo, what? Because we can see things, all of us, and we know intrinsically right and wrong without Jesus or Muhammad. Hassan, are you leaning against trees? Can you hear me?
Enjoy watermelon.
That Jesus or Muhammad stuff. No, right or wrong. Did Muhammad marry his wife? That was
Did
like
he marry his wife? I would hope so. What you mean? What?
He married his wife that he adopted when she was like, I think 12 or 8 or something like that.
I mean, I've heard that story, man. I'm not a Muslim, Islamic, but I've heard something about that. But I think the folks that are Muslim, don't have a problem with that. I think that they would argue that she was in puberty or something. I don't know, man. Listen, I don't have a religion, bro. You can't tell me who my God is. I have to find my God for myself. So I can't even, I respect people's belief systems though. Like, as long as it don't say you got to hurt me, then hey, rock on. Rock on.
It's true.
But when it comes down to BRICS, these are hard facts. This isn't a religious system. This is a monetary system that will affect our asses. And again, like, it's so real and it's coming so fast. I don't think we can be alarmed enough. Again, 55-1. And that's not meaning $55 over the price. That means for every dollar, it's $55. That's wild. That's wild. But I saw that happen in this world on the reverse, where the dollar was the dominant and these other economies was paying crazy buku dollars for things that we paid half for. I saw that. Now they done flipped it on us. You talk about a pole flip. They've been talking about a pole flip for a couple years now. Oh, the poles are about to flip. That's a World War III scenario. What'd you say, Preem?
I feel is I won't put nothing past this world saying that anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel it's going to be like with 2000 when it was supposed to, the time was supposed to
Oh, the
go back.
Y2K age.
Yeah, we gonna go back to the 1930s because the computers. And I was like, my nigga, the grass gonna be green, the air gonna be the air, the sun gonna come up, whether the computer work or not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel if you say something is $55, if I go into a store that I like going to, and they prices raise up 3 times as much as I can afford, then I don't shop there no more.
Ooh.
America.
What if that's where you got your bananas from? What if that's where you got your medicine? What if that? See,
that's what I'm saying. Everything that we get from overseas, we technically can make here. So we've been doing it for years. This new trade bullshit, so everybody could get along. That was the dumbest thing anybody in this world could ever do. Now, if I got
I'm not mad at that. I feel that. Hassan, let me ask you a question because you deal with fresh fruits on a daily basis. Where do you get your fresh fruits from? Are they coming from local? Where are they coming from? Can you hear me?
Yes, in California. I can hear you. Okay, hold on. In California, it's a little bit different. But the food comes from Mexico.
Okay.
It's not,
that's local. That's local to us.
Well, Mexico sometimes, some stuff in California. I just get it from a grocery store. But they get all the stuff from a downtown port, the food market or something like that.
Okay. So none of your stuff is coming from overseas, all that fruit, because fruit can't go that long.
Coconut will be something like that. Mangoes
South America,
Mexico. Yeah, but the mangoes are usually Thai, so they're Thai.
So let's look at coconuts for a second. If coconuts are coming from South America and any of the BRICS system, coconuts about to be off the table.
Oh, coconuts about to be expensive.
I mean, when you think about it, if coconuts are coming from Brazil, coconuts about to be off the table.
And I feel anything that got a seed could be planted and grown and made into a coconut in climate that we have that's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, I would hope so. I mean, I do think some things are indigenous to certain parts of the world, but I do think, for the most part, we should get what we need.
And then I was about to say,
you can't grow bananas out here.
I don't like coconut anyway. So
wow. see, start getting into that. Wait, do you like Chinese food? Do you like transistors?
And the funny thing about it is, we gotta get back to what we have living proof for 400 years that we grow sugar, we grow wheat, we grow animals. We got.
He said we grow animals.
We got, we raise livestock.
Kenny don't think he's an animal.
With the slaves did sugar cane, and we got all kind of crap over here that we done traded and can live off of. I mean, not saying that we don't need. If anything, if they're gonna force us to unify, we're gonna unify. But as long as it's these nations and presidents and dictators, and ain't nobody gonna never get along. As long as this earth is earth, and the devil is the devil, man, it's never gonna be a unified country.
There's always going to be wars and rumors of wars.
It's going to be it's just like gangs. You got something, we can have a truce for 5 minutes because such and such died, or the rap song, self-destruction. 5 weeks later, these niggas fighting again.
Hey,
as together showing unity, man, it's just in us, man. Humans I don't know what's wrong with some people. But
so you're saying you believe the wars? You believe all the wars and stuff that they have going on and stuff? You think they actually really enter fighting when they control all of us?
I believe what the Bible says. I believe it's rumors of war. I believe it's wars, and I believe it's rumors of war. I believe the news tell you whatever they want you to scare the shit out you by showing what they want to show. The media.
Let's say this: the news is them. That's like a T-shirt. The news is them.
Exactly.
So that means that statement that you made you made a statement that they can't get along. Yes, they do get along. They get along to control all of us.
Wow.
They get along.
They do have little. They do got the United Nations and different things, and some.
They got more
and
than
the groups
United
that we don't
Nations.
know about.
Yeah, they got their.
You don't know. You don't. As I say, you don't know what they do
secret societies. They got all
doors.
kind of stuff. They get along.
But you know what? At the end, if they're, I don't know. If I live to see the end, I believe that everything.
You will live to see your end. Everyone has their own end. You will live to see an end.
I mean,
you won't be deprived.
This universe plays out. Whether the Anunnaki come back, Jesus come back, Muhammad come back.
Well, the sun came back today. Ain't nobody paying no attention. See, I find that disrespectful. The sun came back today. Look at the sign. Look at the sign. The sun is shining on the sign right now. Came back today. If it didn't come back tomorrow, we have a problem.
We take our gifts, and that's what I say about this thing. No matter what goes on, man, the sun gonna shine. Now, when the sun go out, that's when I'll be like, oh,
that's a problem. Yeah, that's a certain
Lord,
ending.
Now we done pissed somebody off that's got some real power.
But we so comfortable with it that we done created economy systems, the whole nine, under the guise of the sun. We are so automatic that we know the sun coming back every day that we built a whole civilization. Did you hear what I just said? The thing that gives us the very power to have civilization and this conversation, bars, we give no reverence to. It comes back every day, and we so cocky about it. Oh, it'll be back. What?
Hey, I'm a son of the P-Funk, man. I love George Clinton, man. A lot of things he say is real if you really dig deep into the lyrics of the song. But it's the number one thing is everybody got a little light under the sun, man. Under the sun, man. We gotta. That's as long as that thing is bright.
So why don't all the indigenous people do that, brother? They don't resonate to the sun like that, like you think they do, because they don't go out in the sun. They stay in the house.
Our women have wigs on their heads.
So I don't know if you are. I mean, I understand that you saying the sun is this, but most people do not really treat the sun like that. They don't go out and stuff.
White people don't like the sun. They burn them up real bad.
I wasn't talking about them.
And cancer, and the sun causes cancer and all this other crazy stuff. But so there's a lot of people that don't really care too much about the sun. I love the sun. Every time the sun come up, I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for another day. Another day of grass. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that once these little crazy people, they got all this power, they're gonna destroy themselves. I believe it. I believe with everything in me. I believe that.
Wait a minute. I got something that's very contradictory. Well, no, I'm not even going to talk about this. Never mind.
Come on, man. What you about to say? What you about to say?
I find it very contradictory that you believe in the sun and you believe that Jesus made the sun. But you also believe that Jesus made the sun, which causes cancer from the sun, which is a bad thing. But Jesus made that to kill people. But we give all this reverence to him.
This Jesus guy is very dynamic.
That made something that so-called hurt people in your eyes. So I don't understand why. I don't understand.
I don't think God made.
Can I jump in on that one before we get to something else? So everything should be in moderation, Hassan. So there are foods that are kill in moderation. Hold on, there are foods that are great for you, but if you get gluttonous with it, then it's no good for you. So maybe it's the gluttony of laying out on the beach or laying in that sun way too long. That might make it bad for you. So it ain't necessarily.
But I can stand outside in the sun for 2 weeks.
Huh?
What you mean?
Yes,
I can stand in the 100%. Sun forever. I can live outside. What you mean? Don't do that. Don't do that.
You can't live out up under the sun.
Yes, you can.
What are you talking about, bro? First of all, you the darkest one here, and you sound crazy. I can stand outside all day. I won't get burned. I just get browner. I love it. What do you mean?
And in the long run, what does that do to you?
Nothing. It gives you
makes
power.
me wise. No, I got the answer. It makes me wise because I'm getting all the data from the sun.
Or
you mean?
Or it may give you, it may cause problems down the line.
Well, I'm already down, Kenny. How much down the
moderation.
line am I going to get? I'm down the line. Look at me. I look like I'm
everything should be
37.
in
What are you talking
moderation.
about? What you mean?
So but first of all, you think that the thing that gives us life is the same thing that kills us?
Oh,
That doesn't
Well, the thing
make
that
sense.
gives you life can kill you.
What is that? Your mama?
If the sun, let's say if the sun is just continually shining, then things start to dry up. Those plants that you need to
that's why they have
to
a moon.
nourish your body.
That's why they have a moon that comes in the cycle to cool things
Hold
down
on,
or whatever.
But we just talked to, so that sun has to at some point not be on you. You can't have the sun on you all the time. We just said that. I just said that.
First of all, that's what you believe. But if you have melanin, you're supposed to be in the sun because
yeah,
it gets
I
you
don't
power.
have no problem with the
You
sun,
see?
Kenny. I'm
What I
see how
said
Superman,
is moderation.
see how Superman,
nothing.
Superman got sun not in moderation. Superman had to get sun or he didn't have powers. It wasn't no fucking moderation.
I'm not talking Superman,
brother.
dog.
But
I'm
that's
not
what
talking
they're
about the
talking
cats
about
in
when they
Kryptonian.
Batman's right there.
I'm talking about
that's
the
what
dudes
they're
from. I'm talking about the men and women from the Earth, from this
They're from
third
the Earth.
planet away from that sun.
The story about Superman is about the people of the Earth, the black people that get power from the sun by being in the sun. That's what that's about.
But here's the
That's
point.
why they used to do studies in school about kids going out in recess because they were trying to figure out how much power the niggas got from being in the sun.
Oh.
Do you actually understand that?
Kenny, have you ever got sunburned?
But what I'm saying is nothing can be sustained if it has constant sunlight. Nothing gets constant sunlight. You need that.
I understand what you're saying, Kenny. I mean, everything has an ebb and a flow, but I'm saying that some folk, which I don't even have to describe, that can't even stand outside. I can stand outside all day until the sun go down, and I'm good, bro. Like I've never gotten sunburned, not one time.
There are a lot of them same folks that go out there, get a little bit, and then they get their ass up out of it.
Kenny, remember when all of us kids on Kamak Street used to play from sun up to sun down? It'd be hot summers.
We also jumped in the shade. We also ran.
Sure, but none of us wore suntan lotion. All of us were melanated kids.
And drink some water. and drink water.
Yeah, we drank water.
How many times did we walk from Kamak Street to 10th and Alney? And by the time you got to 10th and Alney, you felt the heat of that sun beaming on your neck.
Sure, but we can handle it though. It wasn't like we had to go to another planet. Like we felt like we was on the wrong planet.
What I'm saying is everything is in moderation,
and you can definitely get you some heat stroke.
So, what Supreme said? What Supreme said holds true. In moderation.
Look at Hassan right now, y'all. Look at what's shining on Hassan. It's really crazy because like
you guys are silly and miseducated like motherfuckers right now, to be honest, man. The fact that you think the sun should be in moderation when the sun is what gives you life. You gotta think about it. Stop being miseducated by these Caucasian colonial people that educated you. No, man.
You sit in the sun.
Yes,
hold on.
I do. That's why I get the sun because I know it.
But you're the same dude that equated the sun and the moon. Come on, are you kidding me?
Oh,
I didn't.
What do you mean?
Listen, you just said that. You just made a statement, and I just said the moon. But you also just now said that you can't get constant light because of the moon and stuff. You just said the same thing within the argument.
So you would not live if you went all day every day.
Says who? Who told you that? Listen, you're miseducated about melanin and about the sun and the whole purpose of the sun.
Oh.
You're miseducated. That's what I'm telling you. That as
like
a melanated person,
you
need moderation. The sun because the sun.
Nothing lives 24 hours under the sun.
Well, Kenny, naturally our home planet here, we don't see the sun all the time. So, I guess what I'm saying is my natural place in this plane of existence is solidified because I don't have to run from the very thing that gives life here. It gives it to me enough that I need it. It goes away and comes back again, like they say Jesus is going to do. But the sun do it every day. And again, I'm making that very obvious point for the future. You know, the internet is forever. Someone's going to see this and be like, that weirdo kept telling them that it's the sun, but they're looking for Muhammad and Buddha and another boy named Jesus to come back when the sun literally does. Let's get back to BRICS. Kenny, I want to know from you.
And remember, whether we are knowledgeable from the knowledge of Hassan, Kenny, or myself, or any other human being with blood running in their body, we are all walking contradictions.
True.
There it is.
True indeed. Now, Kenny, what does the BRICS represent? Like, who does it benefit? Who does BRICS benefit, and how does the U.S. shake itself out? Where does U.S. finally stand when you have a 55-1 scenario coming up January 1st, 2024? Who benefits from that?
And I get my fault, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I guarantee you who ain't gonna benefit from it is Brazil, South Africa, Africa, and all these people that they're trying to scrape together. That's like, come on, you low level.
Oh, you don't think the United Emirates going to benefit? You don't think they got enough?
I think the ones
they're not going to benefit equally.
The ones that plan on benefiting, and
well, Africa got the resources though.
The ones who plan on benefiting is Russia and China.
You remember in the book called Animal Farm where it said all animals are created equal, but some are more equal than others.
There you go.
It's going to be a situation like that. They're not going to have equality across the board where all of a sudden everybody going to benefit equally.
Shouldn't that be what Africa's negotiating right now?
What are you talking about? People gonna get the money to themselves because people come into their country spending goods. They don't get the money automatically. It's not gonna.
Definitely. But then when they get enough money, and they're gonna say, "Okay, Russia gonna be like, we need that."
Oh.
Well, here's the thing, Hassan. If all of a sudden it costs you 55% more money to go to a certain country,
shake down.
You're not going to go there. You're not going to be.
That is what's going to start to happen.
Some people who might go to Brazil 2-3 times a year.
Dude, there's a lot of people that go to Brazil 2-3 times a year.
Yes.
Say that again.
You understand? You don't understand what they're doing. They pushing other people out. Other people that gonna be traveling only in their countries based on what they did to Africa. Do you not understand the people that attack Africa to weaken Africa? So what they doing is reversing that shit and weakening them.
It does feel like a bit of a reversal. It does really feel like a pole flip. Like if you understand money, like whoa.
The history about what happened, how Africa fell, it's because all these nations attacked it on all different sides and stuff, and those nations are not included in the BRICS. They're gonna lose their power structure.
And I think they're gonna rumble a little bit. I think we're gonna rumble a little bit. I think we're gonna fight here and there. We're gonna fight. And it's just like every other war, this too shall pass.
I
was happy.
This too shall pass. Kenny,
I'm listening.
Give us some final words on the end of America as we know it. Bro, I promise you, that's going to have a tsunami economic effect. I promise there's nowhere in the world that the powers that are China, with their economic power, with their trade power with us and all the goods we get, with Russia having its weaponry, with Africa having its resources, with Brazil having its women, with India having its technology, there's no way in the world that that's not going to have a huge pendulum swing on this thing called the West. Now, you can pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America all you want, because to the republic for which it stands, even though they say on the news it's a democracy.
I see it. Well, here's the thing, Dom. It's not like we're going to go away. There might be hardships. There might be adjustments, but nothing goes away. When Russia split from the USSR, or Russia stopped being the USSR,
they still exist.
It didn't go away.
The people still there.
So you're going to have.
In other words, Ukraine used to be a part of the USSR.
Right. And that's why they're fighting. So it's not like we're going to cease to exist. Even if it becomes some adjustments will be made. If products coming from a certain place cost you 55% more, then maybe you don't get those products.
Per dollar. Which is out. We're not saying 55 cents. We're saying $55.
You guys don't understand. There's gonna be a surplus in goods for us, and we're not good. They're gonna put the spending on us and the dollar, so shit is gonna be bad for us.
I'm telling you, bro, something crazy coming because a lot of those places don't need goods from us. Up. They don't need to buy goods from us per se, and if they do, it's going to for us to sell it to them. Think about the ratio. It's dude. This is like I'm telling you. For me, just as a regular person, this is a declaration of war, regardless of what side you're on about it. Like you can't do that and think that peace be still. That ain't nowhere in the world. Well, that's like you can take that down to a local level and say, if your oranges were, $2 a pound, and they went to $55 a pound, and you need oranges every day.
I'm doing what I'm doing.
Believe me, America gonna start eating peaches. They're gonna be damn oranges.
Apple, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who not ready? Holler!
Well, I mean, there's a lot of products coming from a lot of different countries. So
China is a big importer to America, man. I mean,
it definitely is.
I'm guilty.
I think here's what I would think would happen more. You're going to see a lot more of these proxy wars, like the Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, China's enemies will be getting.
All of a sudden, weapons. New Jersey is fighting New York. Oh.
Because
the migrants are allegiant to some other system. Oh.
And then they're going to realize war is hell. And they're gonna sit down and say, okay, BRICS, what do y'all want?
Some people like war.
We're gonna give you a little bit what you want, and y'all gonna take away, bring that 55 down to 35 or 25, whatever. But we're gonna play ball because we don't want the United States and the New York City to fall or California to get washed away. So we're gonna play ball, and because we need our niggas here because they're gonna leave. Because I swear to God, every black person gonna be like, Africa looks really good right now.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me ask you this question. If China is in that, does all them special A's, the 4 wings and fries, go up?
Hey, yo.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, I'm gonna tell you
that's disruption. That's not necessary.
They're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. They already
There's some cats that live off of that.
Hey, Kenny, man.
Guys, funny.
We're gonna have to eat.
I told you, man.
Now,
What'd you say, Preem?
I said we're gonna have to eat Jamaican food now.
Hey, you know what? I'm not bad with the plantain. You know what I mean? Like, yes, sir. Hey, all right, let's go around the moon and get some final thoughts on it. Primo, talk about the alternatives when we can't get mangoes from Brazil no more.
I know everybody ain't Christian, but every once in a while, every once in a while, you just have to get on your knees and pray. Just pray for them.
Wow.
Mangoes?
Get on your knees and pray for economical mangoes?
Hey, those that believe will get on their knees. Those that don't will have to figure it out the hard way. That's my belief.
Those that believe will get on their knees. That's what I told her last time. What you mean?
It works those ways too.
It works. You understand me? The power of God. Kendo Mickens, man. Give me some final words on it, man. 55-1, bro. That's not 55 for the price.
It's funny that you had mentioned Jamaica because I'm gonna say this. Don't worry about a thing.
Oh,
everything gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
There's gonna continue to be wars. There's gonna continue to be rumors of wars.
Was that all right? That's not all right.
And the sun gonna come up every day.
And like you said, the son
of God comes back.
Sun coming up on the BRICS nation and the US.
You just have to make adjustments. You're gonna make life is about adjustments. You're gonna have to make some adjustments.
Okay, that's some wisdom. That's solid.
This might be sent from God. You never know.
Hey, well, some maybe a warlord, maybe not a god. Okay, Hassan McCullough.
Hey, God like war. I'm telling you, God like the fight.
Oh, you ain't lying. You ain't never lying. See, people think God is good all the time.
Read the Bible I read. God loved to fight. He just
into it, ratchet,
and he will kill you. And he likes to fight, but he likes to fight for his people that love him.
It's wild. God is good all the time.
Other than that, the God I know will whip your ass
up and down Hollywood Boulevard and Broad Street.
and like the fight.
Hassan McCullough.
Yes, sir.
Are the Anunnaki in control of the BRIC?
I don't think so.
But how could they not be if they're in control of the planet? Like they would know what's going on with the BRIC and the nuclear weapons.
The Anunnaki stays neutral to all the stuff. The people that's not neutral are the reptilians with the reptilians with the.
I mean, I need you to really, I really need you to get your sound bounce. Your sound bounce have to be precise, on cue.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. I forgot the Artrarians is the species that got.
Don't forget the Artrarians. Don't forget the Artrarians. I mean,
I got beef with the Anunnaki because they started all this, but they let it get out of hand.
Nigga, this is Star Trek, man. Y'all think we playing? Like, look at what we're doing. Star Trek. This nigga's down here talking about Artrarians, Anunnakis. Like, what? Like, we are really talking like this.
This the land of the lost, baby. We looking for
straight up. Sleep stack.
Sleep that shit.
Sleep stack's coming up.
What's up, homie?
Hassan,
what's
if they're in control of the planet, you would think that they're, in control of the BRICS scenario too. The whole flip, the economy flip. I mean, that's a planetary.
Are in charge of the money stuff. That is their thing.
Who is?
The reptilians.
Now, you know what's funny though? There are an ethnicity of humans that when they
I gotta cut out on y'all for right now.
Okay, well, listen, we're about to get out of here anyway. Tell them where they can find you at, Kenny, before you go.
Look for me on Instagram. Kenny _Kenny L.
Yeah, and he'll be buying some bricks before the end of the year.
Bricks. He's a brick house.
Yo, we'll see you next week, bro.
All right, man.
All right, fam.
All right, brothers.
Primo, tell them where they can find you, man. What's the deal?
I'm on Instagram, Supreme, SUPREEMDR, and 10 days where I'm from, past the history, hits the streets, album and book. So please look for streaming.
That's solid work. That's solid work.
The book tells it all.
Yeah.
From my eyes, now I can't speak for everybody else.
Hey, that's the perspective we're looking for. That's what's up.
There you go.
Hassan McCullough.
Wait, where can we get that? Where can we get that? Where can we get that? Supreme.
Oh, the book is that book from Book Baby, and Amazon.
And
just
Amazon. There you go.
Supreme the Resurrective, where I'm from, past this history.
Okay.
Cool. And go to Instagram, go to the link in the bio, and that's.
I go to your I go to your Instagram and look at it. All right,
right in the bio, link tree in the bio, and everything. New video, put some sauce on it.
Excellent.
Put a little sauce on it, baby.
Son, that's not true, man. It's just not. It's not true. Huh? It's not true.
I didn't say that today.
Everything about the Anunnaki and the Iraqians. That's not
pissed
true.
Him off a little bit. He was like, "Y'all talking crazy."
He's like, "Yo, you're contradicting yourself, man."
Like, nah, I got to set you crazy black people straight.
Yeah. He calls black people lack people, actually. Lack.
I love it. Lack
you can't believe that these people, all this stuff is a stage. You can't believe that these people are having really these fights and stuff. That's some fake shit.
No, I agree with you, Hassan. Just to wrap the thought up, these wars are corporate wars. Primo, these aren't wars like Germantown is fighting Mount Airy. This is not that. These are corporate wars. When people are getting paid to shoot guns, that's corporation, homie. That's not real beef. That's not. When you're getting paid to go to war to fight for an entity, that's not real beef. The army is not real beef. Now, I know people like to attach it to patriotism and all that, but you done seen they sent people from 9/11 over to Afghanistan and Iraq, and there were no weapons of mass anything.
They wanted that oil.
That's corporation. Hassan, tell them where they can find the juice at, man.
WeJuice.com.
We live.
OUIJUICE.
We love.
We juice.
always put some juice in your system because you need the power of the sun. Believe it or not, the sun is the most important thing that you need, and it doesn't cause cancer. What causes cancer is the foods and stuff, and white people's skin gets a reaction from.
Are there white people?
foods.
There's white people.
So
people are white on this
there's a
planet?
white person, the so-called Caucasian.
If we're gonna change the paradigm, we got to change the language. Are there white people? Where's white people from? Whitetopia? Where are they from?
There's no such thing in.
There's no such thing, right? Okay. I mean, because again, if we're going to change the paradigm, we got to change the language. I've never been black a day in my life.
The Caucasians, I mean, they actually come from Africa more than we actually come from Africa.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right. We'll get to that next week. Back to We Juice.
WeJuice.com. We live, we love, we juice. You get all the fruits. Your body needs fruits. Your body needs vegetables. You need the hydration. So it's important to drink your juice. You know,
sir.
Water doesn't hydrate you.
Yeah.
Keep it popping.
Keep it popping. Keep it juicy.
Keep it juicy. Keep your hair long too.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Helps you grow your hair.
Homie, don't do that. Don't do that.
I messed up on that one.
Don't do that.
My daddy made sure that wasn't gonna work for me.
Yo, and he trying to shake his hair. He trying to shake his hair. Like, what are you doing, dude? Don't do that. Don't do that. See, don't do that.
You know, America make a mean hat.
Make a mean cap. You understand me?
He said they make a mean hat.
A mean chapeau. You understand me? A mean dirty.
Watch out for them red ones that say make
I thought you was about to say, watch out now.
Watch out there now.
Watch out now. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another spirited conversation. BRICS coming to a market near you. Yeah. Do you have BRICS or will you be affected by BRICS? What is BRICS? You might want to find out. It's coming January 1, 2024. A bunch of nations on another currency system. It's plain and simple. Changes the game. Awesome. 55-1. Do your research and then do your diligence. We will see you next week for another cool installation of Opinion Nation. All right?
Peace. Peace.
Peace, y'all.